Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on, Zara, come on in, come on in, come on in. What they say? Come on in the room. Come on, y'all. Go ahead and grab that popcorn and whatever y'all gonna grab. And come on. Alright, come on. Stop taking your time. Stop dragging your feet. Come on, come on. Alright, so today we're gonna talk about TD Jakes. Now, I'm just gonna start off and say some people is not gonna like what we want to say, but we gotta keep it real. We gotta keep it real. All right, so y'all probably like, well, what did he say? If you ain't see it now, then don't even worry about it. But the ones who have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna try and see if I can add a clip in here. You know, I gotta see. Now I'm trying to find that clip that I had sent you. Well, anyway, so I first want to start off by saying that I believe a lot of women and even some men are taking it the wrong way, taking it out of context. What was the movie called now? Uneasily Broken?
Not easily broken.
Oh, Not Easily Broken. So if you saw that movie, you could relate to what he said to that movie. Now, if you haven't seen the movie, then you need to go and watch it. Yeah, support it. It's an old movie. How long?
Oh, it's long.
Yeah.
Long.
Taraji and that sexy
Morse Chestnut. And
my girl. Oh my gosh, what's her name? I love her.
She just got a star.
Yes. And
she's the mama of Hollywood. Oh my goodness. Why we can't think of her name? But yeah.
All I'm just gonna say is she was Tina Turner's mother. She was Tina Turner's mother. She was trying to get the stuff from Ike. And then she was the sister in Meet the Browns. The one who they was crying and was drunk and they didn't push her in the thing. And she was like, why y'all do that to me? I'm the baby on the family.
Yeah, oh, what is her name?
Alright, well, before we finish, we'll come up with her name. So he kind of touched base on that. So secondly, TD Jakes has a big congregation. So every word that he puts out is not for everybody in the congregation. He got different cultures, people in different areas in their life. And that's what you need to recognize. And there are some women out there that are making more money than their husbands and are rubbing it in their face. He's speaking to that group. Alright? And I do need y'all to go back and read Proverbs 31. And let's talk about it. Alright. We have a sister that's here. She's going to share her story. Speak, sister. And I'm going to find that lady name.
Okay, ladies, gents. When she sent me the clip, I was like, wow. I was like, that's true. And she was like, for real? I said, yes, it's true what he's saying. And she was like, well, how would you know? And I said, you know, I was that person before. I was that woman who had the money, made all of the money, made most of the money. And I didn't rub it in his face, but I just took it as I had an ego. I grew like, this is mine, this is what I wanted, this is what I chased. I'm chasing to have a better house, a better car, the clout, the family, the friends, all of that. I chased it. And it was like something that, you know, I worked morning, noon, and night to get it. So it wasn't, you stay home, you watch the boy, and, you know, you watch the kids. And I kind of should say the roles was reversing. I can look at it and say I was being the man of the house versus being the woman who brought the money in the house and let him still be the man of the house. But I was the man of the house. So, and I was like trying, oh, I ain't gonna say trying, well, treating him like he was the woman and I was the man. And it wasn't until later on, once I got saved, once he was killed and God started dealing with me, and that's when I went from here to here. So it was, he was teaching me, brought me from the bottom to the top, from the top to the bottom, and it was like, strip you down, let me see what you made of. So it humbled me a whole lot. I had to grow up a whole lot, because a lot of things I was an adult, but I was a I should say immature adult, kind of like spoiled adult.
No, not you.
Yeah, me. And you get that favorite in the family and everybody like you, and then you become not so favorite because you don't have that money, not that favorite because you don't have the friendships any longer, not that favorite because you no longer have a man. And so now let me cling to my man because you single now, and so let me hold on.
Oh no.
I went from there, yeah.
You ain't taking first women from me.
Yeah, so that's where what happened. So let me get back to, you know, I did hair for years, and I brought home a lot of money, and it made him happy. He was okay, he was fine, whatever the case may be. But he never knew how much money I made until one day. He just knew that I was paying, you know, a lot of the bills. But I would take his money and pay, you know, some of the bills too or whatever. So I learned early on, as a little girl, I used to go to my uncle's house. And I went to my uncle's house, and it was him and his wife. She would put her paycheck up, he would put his paycheck up. But my uncle was the one who paid all the bills. He did everything. And so I was just like, wow, like, you let him pay, you give him your money? She was like, yeah. She was like, we put it on the table when we pay all the bills. So I learned at an early age that whomever is good at managing the money is where the money need to go and be managed at. So I learned that.
Yeah, because you can't be getting your nails done and not paying the gas and electric.
So
and the hair done.
At that time, my husband was a Genesis party, club, old owls, and everywhere, flaunting, bop, 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 in every party, and he got to be, oh no, you got to have your homemade, your tailored suit, and your tailored, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. So I learned that wherever the management is best at, that's where the money need to go at. So anything can get paid, and they ain't had to have no problems. So once I did all of that, I gave him his ration, and he used to be looking at me like, "Just all I get out of my paycheck?" I said, "We pay bills. We pay bills. This how we live. This what goes on." But he didn't know that how I was paying the bills was paying off the bill. I pay on $20 on this, I paid it off. So anything that I paid, that we got, I paid it straight out. It was just done. So he didn't, he just wanted the club. We was 23, 24 when we got married. So, you know, yeah. So he just wanted to party, but we were family people. So we came from family oriented, but we were still, like I said, we got married 23, 24. It was young. We was both immature about a lot of things. And our background was kind of similar. We were grandparent babies, whereas the grandparents was raising us or had a big chunk of hand inside of raising us. So yeah, so we were really close to our grandparents. So it was like he would try to tell me stuff, but I was strong-willed in my head because I had a single mom. My mom was single, and she is, to this day, I call her my OG. That's the gangster. And she didn't play. She didn't take no stuff. She still don't take no stuff from nobody. Anybody who see this and know my mom, they already know she don't play. And they ask me all the time, your mother still mean as I don't know what? Yep. She's still that way.
That's how Jennifer Lewis was in that movie.
Yeah, that's how I can relate. I can relate.
And that's her name, Jennifer Lewis.
Jennifer Lewis, yes. That's how I related to that movie, because my mom never been married. I'm now married. My grandmother was divorced. My aunt was married. And my godmother was married. But these are the 4 women that raised me, by the way. This is where I get all my stuff from. My foundation is from them 4. So my mom was like, don't let the right hand, don't let the left hand know what the right hand doing and all of this. But I wasn't taught that. I just told you, my uncle and his wife sat down, paid the bills together. So I start going into, don't let the right hand know what the left hand doing. And I would take pieces of my money and put it to the side. And so when he wanted to mess up some of the money or whatever the case may be, I had my cushion to make sure that it wasn't going nowhere, that this light bill was going to still stay on, and this was going to still, and that's what happened. So, and in the midst of all of that, him wanting to spend all the time and just, you know, be flashy and all that kind of stuff, it made me work a little harder. So I worked a little harder to make sure that I had enough to make sure that he didn't know that he didn't. Let me back up a little bit. He was a hustler. Let me let you know that. And then he became a working man. Okay? So some of you females who got some of them out there and ain't a working man yet, but or working and hustling or whatever the case may be, it comes to a stop somewhere along the line. But however, when that all came to a halt or whatever, it was like I didn't want him to feel that he didn't have anyone or anything anymore because he didn't have that type of lifestyle, that money. So it made me work even harder. And it was like, go out there, we don't have, go out there and just get it. And in me getting it, I grew an ego. I grew something that just fed me fed me something that I shouldn't had. Because then I start looking at him like, I'm busting my butt, I'm making this money, I can do what I want. I can do what I want, I can take it however. Look, you can be home watching a kid, and I can be running the street. So it just fed me in a whole different way. And I just was like, and that's how it grew inside of me. I can honestly say it really did. I'm just gonna be honest. That's how I roll. It was just like, I'm that. That's me. I don't care how you look at it. Yeah. And I carried it like that. And it wasn't just with him. It was with other males as well. I grew so big within myself about that dudes would like look at me and be like, oh yeah, that's top. That's her. And I just was like, yeah, that's me. What's up? And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. But it didn't bother me because that's just where I came. I wanted more for myself. I wanted more for my family. I had a son at that time. I wanted more, and I didn't care. And it's just like, that's what I did. I wanted a family. As you can see, that I got married young, 23. I was married, and I just ran with the hair as much as I could. As much as I could, and I hustled as much as I could. And when I say hustle, let me clear it up for you guys, okay?
Clear it up for the people in the back.
I sell dinners. I sold dinners, okay? I didn't sell dope. I don't know nothing about that. I'm a little nervous, but I would sell a D, but it just wasn't that D, okay? It just wasn't that one.
Word.
So I did that. I made sure that I did all I did. They had a basketball game. I was there with my girl. They had a tournament. I was there with my girl. They was out there on the corner. I come through with my food. It didn't make a difference. I just was like, I had to make sure that I was getting it any kind of way. And the money was just like going. The quicker I got it, it was just leaving. It didn't make a difference. And I just was steady, like, trying to figure out, you know, how to get more and spending less time with my family. 2 hours walking around acting like I'm the dude and he's the woman. He home taking care of the boy. I'm out making the money. Yeah, he worked, but it got to the point, I never forget this time. I was at work from sun up to sundown.